Hi Matthew, this is Dave Casson, and today we'll be looking at 7 critical issues with your website that are costing you money. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at those 7 critical issues. Okay. So number 1, you have a brochure website and not a website that sells. Okay. Number 2, you're not capturing the names and the emails of the visitors to your website. Number 3, you're more focused on features rather than benefits for the customers. Number 4, you don't have a good use of headlines to capture visitor interest. Number 5, you don't have a lot of testimonials or social proof. Number 6, you don't have a friendly design or navigation. And number 7, your calls to action are weak. So let's go ahead and take a look at these on your website. If I pull this up here, you'll see on your website, to the first point, it's really built into more of a brochure type scenario. And what you want your website to be is an online salesperson working 24/7. So you want it to be geared toward the visitor, geared toward the potential customer, and make it more interactive so that people can reach out, can get information, you know, get guided down a path of working with you rather than just being a static kind of brochure catalog type thing. Number 2, you're not capturing your emails, and so or the emails or the information of people who are coming to your website. You're spending money on advertising, but there's nowhere that you're capturing that information when they visit. So some people may be browsing, they might just want some information. Getting their name and email allows you to follow up with them and get in touch with them in the future so that when they are ready to buy or when they are ready to get services, they'll remember you and work with you, and that's a source of revenue and a source of customer interaction that you're missing out on. Number 3, you're focusing more on the features rather than what you can do for the customer. So kind of updated things. You've got some technical things here, but you want to go more into why they should be working with you rather than say a competitor. What are the advantages to working with you? Why they need to take action now? So making it more about the customer is going to make it more likely that they'll work with you and become a customer in the future if you make it more about them. Number 4 is the headlines. And going through your website, there's not a lot in terms of headlines. There's some basic information here. You've got some basic things for services. But there isn't a lot here that's going to be kind of grabbing the attention of the visitor. When you think of a newspaper, you typically want to go through, you're not going to just go through and start reading articles randomly. You're going to read articles based on how relevant they are to you and how interesting the headlines are. And that's what you want to keep in mind here as you're going through things, that you've got compelling headlines, because that'll keep people engaged on your website, more interested, and more likely to interact or contact you. Okay. Number 5 is testimonials. I haven't seen it much on your website in the way of testimonials. Testimonials and social credentials can go a long way toward building credibility with your customer. If they see other names, they see other organizations that have endorsed you, very helpful for building that sense of credibility, building that sense of trust, and definitely will lead to more sales and more conversions. Number 6 is website design. You've got a pretty straightforward website design. There's definitely some things though that we could do in terms of getting this more customer focused. A lot of the information here, you've got like news and updates. Looks like these are blog things. So you've got a couple different blog items that might need to be updated here. Then you've got a bunch of kind of text here about different makes and models. And then your contact information is way down at the bottom. You can also get contact here, but there's a lot of things you can do from a navigation standpoint to make it easier for people to navigate through, get more information, and really make it more of a good sales experience for customers rather than just, again, going back to that static brochure type website. good design is going to go a long way toward converting those visitors into customers. And then lastly, along with that is the calls to action. And on your website, just looking at the home page, you don't have anything that's jumping out as something where they should contact you. You've got some things around, saving on a coupon here. This looks like this is kind of outdated. Some other things about gas rebates where they could call in, but not everybody wants to call in. You've got your email address here, which is good, but you definitely want to make all of these calls to action way more visible, way more easy for the customer or the visitor to click on and go through. Make some incentive, make some call to action so that they do take the next step and reach out to you, so they do get more information. That'll go a long way toward, again, starting that step, that bridge into them being full-time customers. Okay. So the net piece of this is that it's all costing you money. These issues are costing you money, but the good news is it can be easily fixed. And if we want to get into more detail with this, we can definitely do that for you. We typically will charge $250 for a in-depth consultation, but for now we're offering a no-commitment consultation, no obligation. We'll go through all of these 7 items in more detail over the phone. You can contact me over the phone, 312-550-7924, or email me, either one, and we can set up an appointment to go through that. And if you decide to work with us, that's great. If not, no big deal. With that, again, my name is Dave Casson, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.